Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday. This is not a Black Friday. It's a gray Friday. What's the next color before black in the Pantone scale?
Gunmetal.
It's a gunmetal Friday. No one could possibly take exception to calling it that. Hi, Garrett. How's it going?
Hi, Tom. It goes well. It's been a long time since we've chatted.
Yeah. No, been way too long. What have you been doing?
Where to start? The YouTube.
Yeah.
A lot of YouTube.
Yeah, no, I know. I noticed like your YouTube stuff has really gained a lot of your focus. I've been putting a little more focus on my YouTube stuff as well, but you're doing really well with it.
Yeah. You and I stopped doing a Star Wars show right around the time I killed about every podcast I was doing.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. Is this like a full-on interview? Like,
speaking of YouTube, Laminar Rainbow just coming in with a super sticker, which I don't usually get during the Hangout on Friday. So thank you, Laminar Rainbow, and thank you, Garrett, for inspiring Laminar Rainbow to give us the super sticker.
Big fan of the super chats over on YouTube. Definitely.
No, this is just a casual catch up, not a full on interview. You don't need talking points. Don't worry. How's it going, Hammond?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. I got my blood drawn in the rain this morning.
Was there no roof?
No, I was actually inside. I just had to go. It was just raining when I got there.
Oh,
yeah.
right. So I
it's just more poetic to say
California,
it.
Where that is worth bringing up. Yeah, that is newsworthy when it rains there.
Well, according to the Crow, it can't rain all the time.
Yeah? What was a chrono? It stopped raining. Ha. Oh, wait. I guess he was right, is what I'm saying.
Never mind. 3 hours of pain all at once? I think that's what the Crow knows.
The Crow knows. He always knows. Dave, the psychologist, is going to drop by in a little bit as well. But one of the reasons I wanted to hang out with Garrett today is because you just got back from Japan. I was looking at your Instagram posts from there and seeing a lot of similar things from my trip to Japan in March, but a lot of things that were different. So I thought we could compare notes on that, talk a little bit about tech stuff related to that. And then this morning, when I was driving to the Vampires, I was listening to Patrick Beja's Phileas Club podcast. And one of the things he was talking about is how he went to Japan in the 90s and he felt like he was like way ahead of the curve because not that many people from Europe went to Japan back then. And now he's like, now everybody's going to Japan. And I was like, was he watching Garrett's Instagram and that was the straw that broke the camel's back?
I did get a tweet from Patrick for like the first time in forever recently, but it actually had nothing to do with my Japan trip. But I remember, Patrick and I used to work together a lot, and he used to just go live in Japan for like 3 months.
I know,
at a
right?
time.
Yeah. And he was talking about how like he feels like all of his special knowledge of Japan is not as valuable as it used to be because so many people go that he's like, oh, you know that, you already know about that, you know about that, you know about that.
Yeah, just the, like everything else, the march of time and the how pervasive just information has become. We planned pretty much our entire 16 days almost exclusively based on just like YouTube travel vlogs.
Yeah.
We just watched basically spent the last year knowing we were going to go. Like the only thing we had booked about a year ago was the flight. And then like 365 straight days of my wife and my hobby in the evening just planning our Japan trip. So we would watch videos about Japan, we would read about Japan, and we would slowly add a hotel here, add a hotel there, buy a Shinkansen ticket here, and start just linking together how we're going to bounce around the country. And actually, probably the hardest thing so far to get used to coming home is like, oh, well, we don't have another one of these trips on the books. And
because your old routine was always planning for. The trip. Now you've got no routine. That's funny.
We're already thinking about going back again in about a year.
I spent 6 months in Japan in 1991 after spending 6 months in Argentina in 1991. So
wow.
I had a full year of winter, which is shocking to the system.
Yeah.
But I also learned that traveling internationally takes on a whole new meaning when you travel from Ushuaia, Argentina to Tokyo, Japan.
That's a ways. You're going from you're going multiple hemisphere trip, south to north and east to west.
Yeah, it was rough.
Hey, look at that. Lord Mulgar giving us a super. Garrett brings in the super stickers somehow. I don't know what it is. Thank you, Lord Mulgar.
The YouTube just it travels with me.
Or maybe it was Dave showing up that did it. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Tom and Al.
Dave, do you know Garrett?
I do now.
Garrett, Dave, Garrett.
Hi, Dave.
Hey. Use any series of syllables you'd like as a name for me. It's fine. Any sort of set of morphemes or phonemes are good.
I've been locked in the editing closet all day. I barely said a word, and so please excuse the rust on my voice.
I understand.
Garrett and I used to do a Star Wars podcast with Jenny Josephson. Garrett's done a ton of podcasts and does a ton of YouTube videos now. Dave has been podcasting since cave times and still has some fantastic podcasts. Thank you. Hammond, Dave, do you know Hammond?
I know of Hammond.
You know of Hammond?
No.
Hammond produces all the podcasts and also hosts podcasts. And, yeah. So,
well, it's nice to officially meet you.
Yeah.
Same.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out today. Garrett and I were just talking about his trip to the Japans.
Is this the Japans? By God, it must be. It must be the Japans. Sorry, I get really excited about Shogun, both the original and the redone one. So I was so happy in the redone one when he actually said, "Is this the Japans?" It's like, that's it. This show's perfect.
Have you ever seen that? It's almost it's a meme, basically, of the original Shogun TV miniseries, where he's like waking up from shipwreck, I guess.
Almost drowning.
Yeah,
it's classic.
So when I went to Japan, I don't remember now, a couple of years, maybe 2019, as I was walking out of baggage claim. And it says, "Welcome to Japan." I sent a video to Dave.
Yes,
I said, "It's the Japans."
Yeah, it was funny because, of course, that was obviously 12 hours difference. I was as I woke up and I looked over at my wife. I said, "Look at Tom just sent me." I got quite a kick out of that, so it was pretty good.
But Garrett was just talking about how they planned for the trip by watching YouTube videos, and that's interesting because we've been to Japan a few times. The first time we went, it was very much like, I'm going to download a book. We're going to make a spreadsheet of things. And this last time we went in March, we were going with family. So a lot of the planning was kind of dependent on them. But Eileen and I did the same thing you guys did, Garrett. Like, we were just watching videos, sending videos to the family, picking cafes based on the videos, looking at a hotel, and before reserving it, watching the video on YouTube to see what it looked like, pretty much, all that kind of stuff. Like, it really, that has become a travel planning way of doing things for us as well.
Yeah, I really no complaints. As a matter of fact, I think probably the thing we would not do again the most would be go to Disney, and almost every video we watched said don't go to Disney.
and you just ignored them. You're like, nah.
Yes, well, I like theme parks. I'm a big theme park nerd, and so I wasn't going to listen to them. There was no universe where I didn't learn my own way. So
we are going to London in March, and my wife and I are kind of doing the same thing about looking at videos and then kind of planning what we have time for based on the other things we're doing there by just watching those videos. So I'm excited. I mean, it's kind of it seems to be the new way of travel.
Yeah.
It's definitely helpful with travel planning. We stayed in Kyoto in a hotel that was in Kyoto Station. And Garrett, you spent some time in Kyoto Station at all on your trip? I can't remember.
We day trip to Kyoto from Osaka.
From Osaka, okay.
Yeah.
Because we did it the other way around. But Kyoto Station, not small.
No.
And so I did all of these YouTube videos about how do you get from the Shinkansen exits to this hotel, and there were all these walkthroughs of people showing me exactly how to do it. And so when we got there, we got lost for like a half second before I'm like, oh wait, that's the thing I remember over there. That's what we need to look for. And then it was fine. Like
it's cool.
Super helpful. Yeah.
Getting around the stations was like the one thing where I did try looking up videos and I didn't find it particularly helpful. So I was like, I hear there's English on the signs.
There is English on the signs. What I found helpful about looking up the walkthroughs was like, I could understand what I needed to look for on the signs, basically. Like, it's not like I memorized the route, but I'm like, oh, it's that. Okay, so I'm going to have to go down an escalator. I can just look for that kind of, okay, I got it. Yeah.
One of the things I found over the years
quick.
that's great is that now, because of the advent of smartphones and such, I mean, I'm really, my vision's horrible. Tom knows this. I'm legally blind with my glasses on. So airports that I've never been in, they're lots of fun.
Yeah.
But now, so many airports now have systems where for blind and visually and low vision people like me, that you put on your AirPods and you say where you want to go, and it actually audibly directs you where you're going. So it's like, okay, keep going that way. Okay, now turn right. Yeah, you get like a little prompt telling you where to go. It's great. The Pearson Airport in Toronto has it, which is one of the places I don't need it because I know that airport really well. But I mean, it used to be traveling anywhere by myself, which I do a lot for work. It was incredibly stress-inducing. And now it really, except for the fact that, well, it still is, but the one level of stress is gone from getting around. It's so much easier now because I can go to a city and think to myself, how do I get from point A to point B? And now I actually can. And it's there's a lot of things I don't like about smartphones in people's pockets, but that's something I like about it a lot.
Yeah, that sounds useful for sure.
Yeah, it really is.
So tell us a little, Garret, about like where you all went, like what your itinerary was.
We started in Tokyo and we ended in Tokyo. And,
okay. That's typical.
Yeah. In between we went from Tokyo to Hakone, from Hakone to Osaka, did some day trips while we were in Osaka. So we went to Nara, we went to Kyoto.
Yeah.
And then we went from Osaka to Kanazawa, which is, not everyone does that. So it's like kind of 4 hours north of Osaka.
Oh, okay. So you're going back towards Tokyo, but not all the way.
Yeah, it's kind of like about as north as you can go in between Tokyo and Osaka. So, like if you're doing a triangle between the two, it's almost the peak, kind of, sort of. But it's another city with a lot of historic districts like Kyoto, but not nearly as many tourists.
Yeah.
Which meant I enjoyed it way more than Kyoto.
Yeah, especially when you go to like the bamboo forest and stuff, Arashiyama, all that in Kyoto. It's super crowded.
Yeah, I'm glad I did those though, because I was kind of dreading it because I'd heard they were really busy and that Kyoto was kind of a nightmare to get around. And I would say that's accurate. Kyoto, I do think, was the worst city to get around. Their trains don't go anywhere you want to.
Well, the trains go where people go, not where tourists go.
Right.
Which usually cities do it the other way, right? They put the trains where the tourists go and the people are like, this doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Arashiyama is easy to get to, but not else is. So yeah, that was tough, but I'm still glad we did it because like that shrine was insane, and the bamboo forest is one of my favorite things we saw while we were there. Like I'm a weirdo about bamboo, and now I'm even worse because like that was awesome. That was absolutely awesome looking.
I'm trying to remember where I saw bamboo. I saw a bamboo forest that was like not populated, and I was like, this is almost as good as Arashiyama without the people.
There's one,
which is a big plus.
We ended up going. We day trip from Tokyo to Kamakura. They also are supposed to have a pretty good bamboo forest. We went to Kamakura, but we went mostly to like eat and check out like this crazy massive Buddha statue that survived a tsunami. That I really wanted to see, but they're supposed to have a really good bamboo forest as well. We just didn't. We're like, well, we just did the big one. I think we can, see a few other things and maybe skip that on that particular day trip. But yeah, really liked Kanazawa. We went up there to actually go to a small village called Shirakawa, which is about an hour outside of Kanazawa. It's this like remote mountain farming village.
Yeah.
And it's an operating farm. Like you can go and it's open to tourists, and a lot of the farmers will rent out their thatch roof farm houses as Airbnbs. So you can even stay overnight if you want. But it's a legit operating farm town. It's just like traditional buildings, and it's so beautiful and remote, and maybe my favorite thing we did while we were there. And that was just like a day trip. If you click on that very first top left photo, that's
This one?
Shirakawa. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just like nestled in these mountains.
Oh, wow.
Look
It's
at
like a
that.
fairy village.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And then that's one of the historic districts in Kanazawa. So you can
That
see,
looks like it comes from Shogun.
just not nearly as many people as Kyoto, but very
No
similar
kidding.
architecture.
There's like one little person
gorgeous.
about it. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. I need to get in here and Photoshop the stragglers out.
But I mean, normally you'd just be like crowds and crowds around
Look
you.
at that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, we even got lucky in the bamboo forest in Kyoto because right before sunset, it started raining and it cleared most of the people out. So we got a couple nice shots of the bamboo forest as well. I think if you go back to the one that with Osaka, I think if you go through that second photo, there should
This
be
one?
a bamboo forest picture in there, I think.
Yeah.
I just photo dumped like a total.
See, I saw this. We went to Kawaguchiko near Mount Fuji when we were there in March. And when I saw, this is the one where I'm like, I saw you in I don't know if it was Shibuya or Shinjuku, but I was like, oh, yep, I've been on that route.
Yeah, we went to both. When we ended back on our last 5 days in Tokyo, we stayed in Shinjuku, and then we hung out in Shibuya a lot because it's.
Excuse me, I'm going to try to eat my display now.
Yeah. Wow.
That uni. Oh,
I know.
Yeah, this place was great. It was our first night in Osaka. It was pouring rain. We were like just kind of tired and sick of the crowds, and we just pulled off the main drag in Dotonbori and just found this place, and it was killer.
in Dotonbori. Sounds like you're in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just spelled different. Yeah. And had sushi, not Guinness. But
Guinness, very easy to find there. Very, very easy to find.
I noticed a lot of Guinness there. I was surprised by that. Yeah.
Yeah, they love Jim Beam. Oh my God.
All right. These deer are thugs. I don't know if you had that experience, but they will,
The boys with the antlers, you got to watch out for.
they will shake you down. Yeah.
Give you an exam. You got to watch your butt.
you got some treats? You got some biscuits over here?
Yeah.
Like, aren't you Japanese?
The young ones were adorable though, and they were so small they weren't much of a nuisance. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We I don't know if you went out to Hiroshima,
No, we didn't make it that far west.
but there's an island. If you can go from Hiroshima on a train for like another half hour, and I cannot remember the name of the island. Maybe somebody in the chat can, but there's an island with deer there, but they don't have the system of buying snacks to give them, and so those deer are just chill. They just like lay down, hang out in public places. Nobody bothers them. They don't bother anybody. That's like the opposite of the Nara deer, who are
oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's the
yeah.
bamboo.
Yeah, so we got lucky. The rain kind of just like came in, hit hard, left, and we got a little bit of a sunset.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty great.
that.
Because hiking in, it was slammed. There were so
Yeah.
many people.
And it's not that big, right?
No, it's not.
So it's
We
not
got-
like you can get away from people altogether.
No, we got through it pretty quick because that was something we noticed at the Inari Shrine was like if you just hiked up about 15 minutes, most
Yeah.
people gave up, and you got
Right,
to enjoy
right.
some Torii Gates without people.
So you could just persevere and get some space.
Yeah. Although that my Kyoto day that's when I was like, okay, we did too much. My back is killing me. So we didn't make it much further than 15 minutes.
Did you go to the
up
monkeys?
I didn't. The only monkeys we saw were randomly on the side of the road when we were driving to Kanazawa.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I can't
but-
remember where it was. I think it was in Kyoto, where you could walk up like to a shrine, and then just past the shrine is a monkey preserve where they like take care of the monkeys.
Yeah, I know there's there's like monkey excursions all over Japan. That we didn't make it out to see any monkeys. It didn't make our itinerary.
What did you use to take your photos?
Most of these are just iPhones. Like that one in front of the Glico Man. I brought the DJI Osmo, and so that was me just using the timer on this guy to take a photo, so we could
okay.
actually get the whole sign in the shot. But most of these are just my iPhone.
Yeah, they're. I
I brought
phones
a
are so
nice,
good.
I have a nice like Sony A7 IV. I barely used it. because I just didn't want to break it out. So I just ended up taking a bunch of smartphone photos.
Oops. What about like getting around? Did you just use Google Maps? Or?
Pretty much, yeah. It's something. I'm not a city kid. Like I grew up in pretty rural parts of Florida, but my wife and I would like going to New York every couple of years. And I still remember the first time we went together. We're like, what the heck are we gonna do to get around on the subway? And you punch it in the Google Maps, it'll just tell you like enter on this, gate, go to this platform, jump on this train, get off on this exit.
The fast transfer tip, like get on car 8 and then you're closer to where you need to be when you transfer.
Wow. Where I live, there's not enough, of that kind of stuff.
Same here.
But we do get, the neat thing is like the Google Maps telling you where, bus routes are. And that, again, that's a new-ish thing. The last 5-8 years, my son's autistic, and one day he decided he loves elevators, and one day instead of going to school, he went to the new hospital to ride the elevator, and he figured that out just on Google Maps. He didn't tell anybody he was doing this. By the way.
I see.
We got a frantic call from the school. It's like, "Where's John?" It's like, "Well, we don't know where he is. We thought he was with you," and then it's like, "Oh no, here he is. He's coming in the door," and he's like, "Oh yeah, we wanted to see the elevators." Okay, cool.
So John balances me up because I hate elevators.
Okay, good. So
and I take stairs whenever I can.
Yeah. He's.
I thought you were just being exceptionally health conscious.
Yes, that too.
Well, we took a really cool escalator in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the Umeda Sky Building in like North Osaka.
And
it's an insane amount of stories up in the sky, and they shoot an escalator through like a glass tube. Through the suspended portion of the skyscraper.
Oh, that's cool.
If you look up the Umeda Sky Building, I'm sure somewhere will be a photo of the escalators.
Yeah.
It was. I have a fear of heights, but I'm okay if I trust the engineering. So I had a good time on that. It was all right.
Speaking of trusting the engineering, when I worked in the jail as a crisis worker, every time we got in the elevator, somebody without question would say, "Just remember, this was built by the lowest common bidder."
It works out. That's how Disney does stuff too, and like their stuff usually holds up.
Yeah. There's the
holy look at that, eh?
Yeah,
that's cool as hell.
This was neat. I've got some good video of this, but I shot it on the DJI, so it wasn't as easy to upload to social media.
Yeah. I don't mind escalators. Escalators are fine. Even if they're tall and crazy like that.
Like you have options if they break. It's very easy to exit a broken escalator.
Like the ones at the Peachtree Center in Georgia, those super steep, long ones getting out of the ground.
Yeah. When you're coming up out of the basement or the underground.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate elevators though. And that is one thing when you're in any big city, but Tokyo is definitely Tokyo and Osaka and Kyoto. You have to take elevators. You can't get around it. You're in a hotel, you're taking an elevator.
So Xander 3452, I think, is bragging about getting stuck on an elevator at the Edward Jones Dome at a Beyonce concert. I think it's just making sure we know that they went to an Beyonce concert.
And it took some effort not to freak out because no one had room to move. Oh, that is my nightmare.
Oh, that's horrifying. No. I'm going to leave, guys. I'm done.
And he says, I try to avoid elevators after that situation. Yeah,
I can see why.
That's not good.
Tom,
I often remind people that more people get injured in elevator accidents every year than airplanes. Yeah, there's a base rate thing you have to do there. But
I'd rather take an airplane to the 3rd floor. Thank you.
I want to meet that pilot.
Yeah, that guy. He's pretty good. She's pretty good. That's a good pilot.
I'll just strap some Estes model rocket engines to my waist and fly up to the 3rd floor.
There you go.
Yeah, give me where's my jetpack? Xander wants you to know, Hammond, that was to let you know how crowded it was. It was not a humble brag.
Okay.
Tom, did you experience any of the any subway squishes while you were in Japan?
I don't think on this most recent one I did. But yeah, I have had one of those. I never got pushed like you see the videos of the white glove folks pushing people. I never got
attendance.
I never got on one that was that crowded, but I definitely got on a couple that were like super squishy.
When I was there in '91, the only time that ever happened to me was I was going from off the Yokota Air Force Base down to I don't remember, some shopping district. And I remember that my feet were not touching the ground, but I was standing vertical, crushed between.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had that at concerts before.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Well, you're tall, Garrett. That makes no sense. You should touch the ground no matter where you are. Me,
People can still squeeze in enough that you get lifted. I mean,
How many squishies were you squishies or whatever? I don't know what it's called. How many times were you squished on the subway?
I made it almost a full for like 2 weeks without any type of issue like that. I mean, we had crowded trains where it was standing room only, but like nothing where you were jammed.
Course.
And then just our last 2 days, we had like 3 or 4 of them just in a row. Just over, I probably just because we were in Shinjuku, so we were by Shinjuku Station, which is just it is the busiest train station in the world.
I mean, it goes everywhere. It's convenient,
yeah.
but the trains are crowded there.
Yeah, I mean, we were even there during rush hour. It wasn't too bad, but like one night we were trying to like head north. We were gonna go watch an anime movie in the theaters, and the train was 15 minutes late, which was the latest thing we experienced.
That
the
never
whole time
happens.
We were there. I was running Translate on my phone to hear what the announcers were saying. There was a person on the tracks, which is why it was so delayed. Yeah. I think someone fell like off the platform or something. So it was really late, and so you had just 15 minutes worth of people. And when that whatever line that was, I think there was supposed to be like 3 trains in that span of time, and so you had 3 trains worth of people just backed up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we got on that train, and like we got on pretty quick. And then people just kept coming in and kept coming in and kept coming in. And I'm just like, I guess this is happening. And yeah, sure enough, just
like a clown car, except in reverse.
Yeah, just completely compressed.
You're just like laying flat with your back on the ceiling because it's just.
I wish that would have actually been a little more comfortable than being.
I see Amos
stacked.
snuck in here and is listening. Feel free to join whenever, Amos, because I know you've been to Japan more than a couple times.
Yeah, we mostly in Okinawa though, and there's no real subway system there. There is a train, but the island's only like 50 miles long, so
yeah,
you just drive.
That's how Kanazawa was. It pretty much like they had a Shinkansen to take you back to Tokyo, and that was kind of it.
That was it.
Yeah,
It was buses or cabs otherwise.
Yeah.
The worst subway I had was in Yongsan Station in Korea, and trying to get back, we had curfew, so right on. It's about an hour and a half ride back down to base. So from 2 hours to about whenever the last time you can get on a train and get back on base in time before curfew, it was all GIs that were all packed in like sardines. So not quite the same.
Yeah, but you're that paints a picture.
Yeah.
I'll say
Saturday night, everybody's trying to get back from school.
Yeah. Yeah, and I imagine everybody was just having a nice, calm Saturday night. And
Oh yeah, and there were no elbows thrown, or
they just
nobody on there was too intoxicated.
Went out for some kalguksu and
some yoga and some
everybody was
meditation.
Sober. Yeah, get some fresh air off the mountain. Yeah,
a little chicken and beer. That was it.
Yeah,
nice, innocent little evening. Oh man! Well, you mentioned Google Translate, Garrett. That was definitely the thing in March when I went. That was a big difference over previous times. Is that it worked? Like it was useful.
That's good to know.
I've had Google Translate in the past, and I've been in situations where like I pulled it out and I'm like, oh, there's no signal in this basement wrestling clothing store.
Ran into that problem. Yes.
We're not gonna use that. And also a lot of times people were like, oh, what is that? And it's like, well, I can't explain to you what I'm doing because I need this to explain to you what I'm doing. But this time in March, like even out by Mount Fuji, which like Kanazawa, like there's no trains or anything. There's the train that brings you into town and then it's buses and cabs. We just walked to this place, walked in, sat down, and the lady came over with her phone on Google Translate, ready to talk to us and take our order and everything. Yeah,
we got that a lot too. Particularly when we got out of Tokyo. We didn't take a lot of cabs in Tokyo. There's just so many trains, but the few we did, like the cab drivers were like super locked in. They were just like, I'm going to get you from here to there, and we're not going to say a word.
Yeah.
But
That's my favorite kind of cab driver.
when I
Yep,
got
me
to
too.
the second we got out to the mountains in Hakone, like, because there were really no options up there either. I mean, there's like one train, but it wasn't really going where we wanted to go. So we took a few cabs, and like every single one of them, like our first cab driver just almost seemed like excited to try his English on us.
Oh, yeah.
His English is pretty darn good.
Uh-huh.
And then the rest of them just immediately just started, whipping out their Google Translate, and we were just having full on conversations, just passing the phone back and forth.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, and it was cool, and I appreciated it because I'm pretty quiet in those types of social situations. So
Sure.
when the cab drivers were kind of breaking the silence and like making it seem like it's totally fine to just translate with me.
Well, that's the
That
thing.
was-
It's
that was
like
really
there's
fun.
there's the social barrier of like, I don't know if this person wants to talk and what are we going to talk about? And then there's the like, oh, also we do both speak a different language.
Yes.
Like, are they gonna want to go through the trouble of using a phone to do that? And it's like, if they're like, yeah, I'm up for it, let's try it. That's
When we were in Switzerland last year, the pointing the camera at signs to get the translation for the
Oh, yeah.
picture,
Yeah.
that was a huge asset for us while we were in Switzerland, because we did a lot of like going off on our own to see things, and sometimes it was just easier to hold your phone up and hit that translate, and it would spit out what you needed to visually, and it was, we used that a lot while we were there.
I was using that quite a bit when I was in Korea this last time, and it got me to the point where I don't like when you're looking at a package and it's got the whatever it is, inside the package, but it's written in like graffiti script or anything.
Oh,
like,
uh-huh.
'cause those
Like some
apps will not
stylized.
those
Yeah.
apps will not
Oh,
translate
handwritten
that.
menus were.
Yeah.
It gives you things like wood meat milk or something like that, and like, what is that? And I know you're getting those words from somewhere on here, but like what like, how does that?
See, it could
Yeah.
be that's wood meat, and that's and also or-
That's
or
just
wood meat-
barbecue. That's
wood
just
meat milk.
barbecue that he goes shipped to him.
That's right. Yeah, it's burnt ends.
Smoke.
It's mostly just burnt ends.
That's maple syrup, wood meat milk.
wood
Yeah.
meat. That's good. I should know that. Yes.
It was a package of noodles, so I don't know what the hell they're talking
Maple syrup
Maple
noodles.
syrup noodles.
Yeah, a special board that they could keep their secrets. You just never, if it's written on a chalkboard, it's not getting translated.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that a lot in like Eileen was really into going in the pharmacies in Japan because they have like all this great stuff that you can't easily get outside of Japan, like for pain relief. We got these foot pads, which especially when you're walking around all day.
Oh my god, yeah, those things are great.
Oh, did you get those?
Yeah, a friend gave me those. We got like my lower back really started getting pain after our Disney day because it was like day 4 in a row, walking like 10 miles a day. And then when I got to Disney and I was just standing still because the waits are like 3 hours,
Yeah.
it destroyed me. So the next
No.
day we went and found back patches. They're like self-adhesive and they warm up the second you open them.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my God, they saved my vacation.
Yeah, the foot ones are similar, but they have little like rubber nodules on them. So they're like giving you a tiny massage on your foot at the same time.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah, we definitely missed those. I got
Yeah.
just like basic warming foot pads from a friend while I was there. We randomly, another couple was there that we knew that were visiting. So we saw them at Disney.
The first time Eileen bought one, it was the first day we arrived this time. I stood in line for the duck ramen place that she had found on YouTube. And she went into the pharmacy across the street and came back with a bag of all this stuff. And one of them was these foot pads. She's like, you want to try them? I'm like, I don't know. How good could they possibly be? And then I put them on. I'm like, I'm having a revelation. These are incredible. These are
Now
amazing.
Tom orders them in bulk.
Yeah, exactly. Now I've got an import-export business.
Once a quarter, he brings them into the country.
Yeah.
That's what I want for the 7-Eleven pancakes from Japan. I just want a direct subscription. Just send me 7-Eleven pancakes.
Which pancakes? The prepackaged ones
The
or
prepackaged ones
Yeah,
that
I know
are
what you mean.
like two small sandwich. They're sandwiched together with butter and,
Yeah.
And maple syrup already in between them. Yeah. That
Do you
my
have a lot of
favorite
Japanese
snack.
like grocery stores and stuff in Florida?
Yeah. They're a lot of them are like almost 50-50 Korean, Japanese products with some Chinese products. Like none are just Japanese products. There's a few places that are just Thai. Thai grocery stores are really popular here. But we just got a huge one, which has just tons of and they label the aisles really well. So if you're looking for Japanese ingredients or Korean ingredients or Chinese ingredients or Thai ingredients, they have like all of it. But they don't have any of that stuff. I'm probably missing just like the convenience store snacks more than anything else.
We got we have H Mart, which doesn't have this kind of stuff. It's just groceries and it has like Kewpie mayonnaise and stuff like that, but it doesn't have like the pharmacy stuff. But there was this place opened up called Ibisu Life that's trying to be like, here's all the stuff you can get at the pharmacies and the convenience stores that you can't get at your typical Asian grocery store. And we went and we found the back things that you're talking about because Eileen had got those too, but they didn't have the foot things. I was so mad.
There's a market that needs to be tapped, Tom. I feel like your entrepreneurial spirit needs to grow.
Hey, let's go in on this together. I want to bring in pancakes. You want to bring in self-heating adhesive strips,
back warmers, foot pads.
Yeah.
We had
all the essentials.
We had a rash of people getting popped hot for codeine while we were there because they sell Tylenol 3 on the shelf.
Oh,
Here too. Yep.
But you have to take like a handful of them. So even when they'd go like get court-martialed or whatever, like the defense would be like, well, I didn't know. I was just trying to get some pain relief. And they're like, you're trying to get pain relief from 13 pills that you took?
Yeah, maybe.
It really hurt, and it's more of a psychological pain.
I thought it was a diuretic. I swear.
Yeah.
Here's the. I found it. I found these are the little. See the little dots. That's the raised stuff, and then you.
Oh my god! Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
when they go on the arch.
If your foot's big enough, it can go all over. You just put 2.
And then and then you get 12 of them in there, so you got 6 pairs. Or $17 is highway robbery. These things were like $3, the equivalent.
Well, yeah, and you get the USD 30% off everywhere because of the exchange rate right now. So like everything was dirt cheap except for hotels. They knew they compensated.
Well, there's so many people visiting right now that the hotels are like, well, we can still sell out and raise our rates. It's not a problem.
Yeah, at least in Tokyo. Osaka, we had found some really nice rates on places to stay, but Tokyo was.
Where did you stay? Did you stay at any cool like boutique places or?
No, well, in the mountains we went and stayed at a ryokan. We did
cool
traditional inn. Yeah,
that's the like one with the springs and stuff, right?
Yeah, the specific one we stayed at, there was a private onsen in your unit, so there was a balcony overlooking the mountains, and there was just a wooden onsen where they piped the spring water in for you. That was awesome.
Yeah, and then you have the tatami floors and everything, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that sounds
great.
It
was still like in what you would imagine a hotel building would look like, but the interior was all.
But the interior was good.
Yeah.
And you wake up, you get into your onsen, and you say, "This is the Japan's."
Yeah,
exactly.
That's awesome.
Yes, that's exactly what we did. But the rest of the hotels were like, we just tried to find anything we thought we could fit American luggage inside, which is a limiting factor while you're visiting.
Did you do the luggage shipping? We've never done it. Everybody swears by it, where you just like have them take your luggage for you between hotels, even between cities. But
we were scared because we were jumping so often.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like 2 to 3 days was the standard. And we were like, well, some places we're only staying for 3 days.
Yeah. So it's not, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make it worth it.
You could pay for fast trip, but I'm like, well, does that guarantee 100% it'll be there in a day, or is
that's
it like
kind of what happened with us because we couldn't find something to do it to Mount Fuji, and we were there for 3 days, and we're like, well, we don't want to ship it to Osaka because it'll get there before us, and so we just ended up being the ugly Americans with too much luggage on the train. Nobody really cared though.
We were there for 16 days, so we both packed, which we've never done this before. We're chronic overpackers, but we just packed a week's worth of clothes and we did laundry while we were there.
Oh yeah. No, that's good. That's a good way to do it. We had laundry in Fuji, so that helped.
Our place in Osaka, everywhere we stayed, I think had some sort of laundry, but the spot we stayed in Osaka, which was like dead middle of our trip, had a ton of laundry machines on the property.
A few years back, we did 2 weeks through Paris, Belgium, and Amsterdam. and we only packed what we could fit in one carry-on and a backpack because everyone was responsible for their own luggage. And it's amazing what you can live with and what you can live without, as long as you have the opportunity to do laundry once.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the more I travel, the more I realize that. Like, oh yeah, no, if I can wash this shirt, I can keep wearing it. You know.
Wash nothing. Turn it inside out and wear it
Inside
again.
out. That's right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Frontwards, backwards, inside out.
Exactly.
Yeah, four times.
Yeah. The problem with Tom is he wears a lot of button ups, and those are hard to put on backwards.
Those hard to wear backwards.
That's right. They're hard to wear
Yeah, I
backwards.
got to get the
Unless
reversible button up. That's a,
Unless
if
you're
you wear
rap
them
group from the
upside down,
90s, it doesn't
it's
work.
covering
Yeah.
your head. It doesn't really. Yeah. That's not so
You keep it button when you take it off, and you just flip it inside out as you remove it.
I end up wearing just a Scotty vest everywhere.
Garrett, that's actually how you turn ABU or BDU shirts into a cot. You take it off, but you leave it buttoned. You pull it up over your head, and then you leave the sleeves inside as you take it off, and then you put the poles down through the sleeves on two shirts, and it becomes a cot that you can use for first aid and medical purposes.
That's cool as heck. The dark implications of since you're
Like,
saying
the
it's
things
first
you
aid,
learn when you have to train people stuff in the military.
yeah, I'll say.
When life and death are at stake, all of a sudden you learn some important things.
All of a sudden
learn
you
some
start stripping
stuff.
for medical reasons.
G-Peg in chat saying doing laundry on vacation isn't a vacation. We had a weirdly awesome view from the laundry floor on our hotel.
Really?
And they had a highball vending machine. So we were just
Oh,
getting
yeah.
canned highballs. Doing
Outstanding.
laundry.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
I have one of those in my house.
I did a couple highball vending machine highballs, and they're not bad.
They're great.
You know, coming from America, you think, well, it's a vending machine, so it's going to be pretty crappy. And it's like, no, it's great.
No, they're super carbonated. They got a good mix of whiskey to water.
You don't have to show your ID to buy it.
Yeah,
Nice.
just
Yeah.
honor system. It's
Yeah.
great.
One of our favorite stories from that European trip is doing laundry because the laundromat was crazy, and two, my father-in-law left to go do laundry and was gone for 4 hours and came back with all of his stuff in plastic bags and hangers, and we have no idea where he went.
Yeah, I was going to say the times that I've been in the hotel for long periods of time in Japan or Korea, there's always a laundry service, and it's dirt cheap. And they come take your laundry, and when they bring it back to you, it's folded,
Yeah.
it's pressed, it's on a hanger, it's whatever's appropriate for that garment. And it's
We did
like
that once
stacked
in
up.
Korea. It's kind of great.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Like a whole suitcase of laundry is like $10.
Yeah.
like it's
It's not bad.
so awesome.
What'd you do for connectivity, Garrett? Did you have just free roaming or
We
something?
did not
or-
plan well enough, is what we did. for
Ah,
connectivity. So one of the first things we researched was how do we have data while we're over there? And if you go and search that, let me tell you, Google, YouTube, anything is going to be like, just get an eSIM. It's so easy. Do you have a phone made in modern times?
Yes.
Just get an eSIM. It's
Okay.
so wonderful. You don't need to worry about it. They just email you a QR code and off you go.
Yeah.
That's great. If you don't have a provider that doesn't let you use an eSIM because your phone isn't paid off yet.
Oh, because you have a locked phone. Yeah.
I
No,
did
that's
not
key.
know this. I
Right.
did not know this.
And
It's
there's
never come
so
up
many
before.
phones are unlocked now, or the carrier is okay with you using a second SIM as long as you don't get
Apparently,
rid of
most
theirs.
carriers are that way, but
Yeah.
not AT&T. AT&T is like, no, you cannot do anything
That's
with
good
this
to
thing
know.
until,
That's good
until you
info.
pay it off.
Yeah.
I was furious. I was ready to just go into my savings and pay the phones off.
Yeah,
I'm
no
like,
kidding.
They're not getting another $300 out of me. I'll give them almost $4,000 right now to prove a point.
That'll
Like,
teach
I was
them.
furious.
They'll never. That's the kind
That'll
of thing
teach
that'll
'em.
make their business will go down by making more money.
I was so mad. Anyway, I've got a bunch of friends who have been to Japan many, many times, and one of them hit me up and was like, just get a pocket Wi-Fi. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay. Yeah,
So we
that's
did a
a
pocket
decent
Wi-Fi.
solution. It's not as nice as being able to use the eSIM, but if you can't, that's the
Yeah.
next best thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a one fee for both my wife and I, because we were both able
Right,
to
'cause you can
be
both connect
connected
to
to
it.
it the whole time. The only problem I ran into multiple times was Katie ended up carrying it, and so anytime one of us went to the bathroom, the other one didn't.
And the bathroom
Didn't
was
have
always
signal.
just out of range. Yeah.
Yes, because
And all the bathrooms are in Faraday cages, so it's
if she was in the restroom and I wasn't, I wanted to be planning we were going next, and I was like, well,
And then you suddenly,
I can't.
I mean, a lot of places do have Wi-Fi, but it's never when you need it.
yes, that's right.
No. Yeah, no, it was always like when we're up on the ropeway in Hakone. Where
Yeah,
I'm like, okay,
right.
well, there's an option of which cart to get on. Which one should I get? And I don't have signal. Okay.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot,
so,
AT&T.
So I had to like use a map like someone in the 90s. It
Yeah,
was-
like Homo habilis or something using a map.
Oh, you're using map like an old person. Next thing you know, I'm gonna have to do a rotary dial phone.
Which I got to say, most tourist areas in Japan have really nice "you are here" like picture maps that
Yeah.
are pretty easy to decipher.
Right.
T-Mobile allows you free roaming when you go international, but it's always at a lower speed. So these days it's like LTE instead of 5G, which is fine.
I
But-
mean, our pocket Wi-Fi was not screaming fast, but
Yeah.
I did a 3-hour live stream from Shinjuku
Nice.
on that thing, and
Oh, yeah.
other than being near the Godzilla Hotel, which is like the heart of Shinjuku, and I think it was just too many people on the network. Everywhere else, it was flawless.
And the battery lasted too. That's the other thing when you
Well,
using those pocket
no,
things.
we had to bring a battery backup. for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no universe where that thing was making it all day.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The first time I went to Korea, I was on Verizon and had the unlimited roaming on their higher plan. And I showed up in Korea and was just using it like normal. And after about 3 months, they called me from the U.S. They called me. They're like,
Hi. Is this Amos? You're kind of famous around the office.
What we do every day for entertainment is we look at your usage.
it was- yeah.
We have it on a big board in front of the office.
And we look at it, and we're all trying to figure out how much money you make because we're not sure.
Yeah, they called me and they were like, "Are you like over there permanently?" I was like, "Well, I'm a U.S. service member. I'm here for 1 year," and blah blah blah. And they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess that falls within the terms of use." And I was like, "Yeah, the unlimited terms of yeah." And then 3 months later, they canceled that plan entirely. They're like, "Yeah, this plan no longer exists. We're not even going to grandfather you in. We have to move you to another plan."
And in the meeting where they decided to cancel it, there was a picture of you
Yeah,
on
a
the
great big
projector.
picture. It's called the
in
Amos
the
plan.
policy book, it's actually called the Amos Plan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I guarantee you that.
The Amos Alternative is what it's called.
If he tells anyone, we're ruined.
'Cause, I mean, I was watching YouTube videos on the train, and
Why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the Verizon plan we have, we get a day of international for every month. So for every month we're part of it. So when we go travel internationally, we have all these days banked up.
Oh, they bank. I thought you meant you only got 1 day every
No,
month.
they bank up.
okay.
We have these days banked up. So we
I
don't
see.
have
Are
to
you
worry
traveling
about it.
internationally? Hope it's the 17th because that's my day this month.
that's my day this month. Or I
So-
can do the 12th next month.
So yeah, it's actually really cool that you have them because we went to Switzerland and we went to Anguilla, which by the way, Anguilla is surprisingly well connected as far as a island in the middle of the Caribbean goes. And they went to Budapest. My wife and my mother-in-law went to Budapest in Hungary, and they were fine. And I mean, it's a great plan. And for just a few extra bucks a month, we get these days to bank up, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, we wanted to talk a lot about travel and Garrett's Japan trip, but since Dave's here, I thought we could also commiserate about the freaking Saskatoon Rough Riders winning the Grey Cup.
Well, yeah, I look, it's fine. It's fine.
And explain to people what that means.
Okay, so there's football.
I was about to ask.
It's football.
Football,
Oh, wow.
Canadian
Okay.
football.
Canadian football. So the Canadian Football League, of which there are 9 teams, and every year there is a championship game called the Grey Cup. The Grey Cup, the first Grey Cup was in 1909. It's an old trophy. It's the second oldest trophy, I think, in North America for a pro sports league. The other one, of course, being Stanley Cup. And it was given by Earl Grey. Yeah. Anyway, he was the.
It's a hot cup.
Yeah, that's right. He was the Governor General of Canada in 1909. Anyway, so this last weekend, Saskatchewan Roughriders, they're the only team, pro team in all of Saskatchewan, so the entire province watches them. and beat the Montreal Alouettes. That's the team I like because I like all teams from Montreal, because if I don't, my dead father will somehow reanimate and do something about it. I was sad. They lost pretty much on the last. Well, they lost the possibility of coming back on the last play of the game, and because I got fumbled, which was annoying. But then I will say this: that makes up in 2009. Saskatchewan was about to win the Grey Cup against Montreal. They kicked a field goal, and it was good. Or they blocked Montreal's field goal. Oh, they won the Grey Cup, and it turned out they had too many men on the field because they can't count in Saskatchewan. So they can't count past 12.
Hey, look, everybody has their strong points.
That's right. There's only 12 men aside there's 12 men aside in Canadian football, and there were 13 people. So Montreal won they got to kick another field goal even closer and won. So I guess it makes up for that. So I was sad, but I'm okay.
My team, the BC Lions, lost to Saskatchewan in the semifinals. So I was hoping Dave's team would beat them in the finals, but that didn't happen either.
Yes, Tom and I were going to have a little bet or something.
It would have been fun.
Yeah.
I guess with only 9 teams, it sure makes Canadian fantasy football a lot easier.
The problem is guys come and go so quickly that it's not super easy. There's a lot of football players in the world, in North America, and a lot of them there's a few hundred that play in the NFL, and then there's a whole bunch of other guys. Yep. So they got to have somewhere to play. And
I'm part of a highly competitive fantasy Iditarod league.
That's awesome. That's true. I wish it were true.
You'd think Amos, who lives in Alaska, would be that, but no.
That's true. Nonetheless, that would be awesome.
Amos is like, I do a normal NFL fantasy league, like normal people do.
I can't even keep up on that. So,
yeah, I'm actually part of a very highly competitive, lots of trash talk family fantasy league.
Wow.
That every week blows up into absolute insanity with trash talk from each other and from everybody.
It's good times, though.
I am the worst fantasy baseball manager in the history of all of it.
And that's right.
Tom can attest to this.
I was going to bring up the you are not the worst, but I was going to bring up the baseball fantasy league that I run because we are planning to shift to a relegation model next year.
I'm going to be kicked out of the league after 2 seasons. That's all it's going to happen.
just like soccer leagues do. We're going to try that. We'll see how that works. Fantasy stuff's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. Every morning going, why are all my players injured? It's great.
My buddy Kent likes to call it D&D for jocks.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Basically, yeah.
Yep. It's D&D minus the pointy hat and the 20-sided dice.
Yes.
And there's fantasy movie drafts.
There might be some dice involved in some of these ref calls. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, lately, ever since FanDuel and
right,
Bally's and
sports is so much harder to watch now because of all those ads for
it is
gambling. And I'm not opposed to. I think people want to gamble. Go ahead.
And all those guys throwing a 70-mile-an-hour fastball on the last pitch so that their friends can win the under.
That's always the thing, right? It's bad. I mean, it's funny because people talk about, say, back to the Canadian Football League, saying, if they got more in bed with gambling, they'd probably get more traction in the States. And it's like, these are guys making about maybe 80 grand Canadian a year playing football.
Yeah.
They need extra money. Don't get in bed. Don't get in bed anymore with betting sites than you already are.
Well, there's a big controversy in the CFL too, because the CFL has, as Dave mentioned, 12 people on a side. There is a 55-yard line called the center line. You have 3 downs, not 4 downs, and they're thinking about changing some of those to make it be similar to the NFL so that it's a little more interoperable, and people are not having it.
A lot of people are not having it. I'm not incredibly happy. The thing is, they're saying there's not a lot of it. The league's in trouble. People have been saying the league's in trouble since the league has existed. But seriously,
since 1909,
people have been saying this forever. It's going to fold next week, and it never does. The WFL shows up. The AFL shows up in 1960. The CFL will be dead. It's still there. USFL, the WFL, the XFL, the XFL, the XFL. I did it 3 times. There's been 3. It's still
Triple XFL.
That's right. But then that's
a pay channel, Tom.
Oh,
that's Vin Diesel's pay channel
league.
Yeah.
So it's like we need to do something to innovate, and it's like, oh, good. You know why people aren't watching why not enough people watch the games on TV? Because there's a 55-yard line. It makes no sense. So anyway, it's a different game. It's if you've not seen it, it's basically the same. It would be incredibly familiar, but then now and then you'd go, "Excuse me, what just happened there?"
It's like you're watching a game from Sliders if you're an NFL fan.
Yes, perfectly put, Tom. That's exactly what it's like.
You're like, wait, I thought this was the same.
That's a very deep pull.
Yeah, thank you.
In fact, frankly, a lot of times on Sliders and other TV shows, when you watch in the background, they have a football game on. It's almost always a CFL game. You know why? Because the Canadian Football League will sell. Oh, you got tapes of an old game? Sure, put that on. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll take the money.
You watch The Sopranos and they're watching Calgary play Edmonton. And you're like, I don't think that's who you guys think it is. Or The West Wing. It was Edmonton and Saskatchewan. It's great stuff.
Yeah. It's good stuff, though.
It's fun.
I would like them to maintain the idiosyncrasies because I think they're fun. I'll still watch if they don't.
Probably me too. Yeah.
What gets in my way is that here, for Canada, it's on TSN. That's where it is. Here, we had it on ESPN Plus, which is now ESPN Unlimited add-on, and that was great because I just knew where to go to watch the game.
Yeah.
But then 2 years ago, they sold it to CBS Sports, and CBS Sports decided to only put some of the games on. So the only other way to stream the game, if it's not on CBS Sports, I get CBS Sports through DirecTV Stream, but sometimes they just don't have it. You have to go to CFL Plus, which only works on phones or web browsers. It does not work on like a Roku or an Apple TV. And then you have to AirPlay it or Chromecast it to your device, to your TV.
Yep.
You have to be dedicated to the sport to do that much hoop jumping to get to watch it on a big screen.
I'll be honest, a lot of times I just end up putting it on my phone and like propping it up and be like, you know what? I let Eileen watch something on the big screen. I'll just...
Yeah, it's as I said, it's constantly in flux. There isn't nearly the TV money up until about the mid 1980s. The salaries were roughly the same in both leagues. And into the back in the 1950s, 50s, and 60s, the CFL paid more.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, his father played for the Toronto Argonauts, and he also was offered a contract. He played for Clemson, and he was offered a contract with the Baltimore Colts. And the Canadian one paid twice as much. And
wow.
And I mean, I looked at my buddy Rich showed me the contracts, and it's like, of course, well, why wouldn't I go there? And there were cases all the way up to Ruggie Ishmael in 1991 came to Toronto, and he would have been the number one draft pick in the NFL. There's no way anymore. There just isn't the money. It's just hundreds and millions of dollars. The salary cap for entire teams is $7 million. So
yeah,
it's not the same. But quarterbacks make about $1 million, and everybody else makes the rest.
I mean, that's always true. The quarterback always gets paid more, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Streaming, man. I mean, MLB just struck a deal where you're going to have Major League Baseball on. Some of it's still going to be on ESPN, but then it's going to be Sunday Night Baseball on NBC. And then Netflix is going to have a few games. We are in the worst shattered glass segment of streaming TV. I don't know how y'all deal with your streaming, but everything is across. You actually can get more TV for less money than you could before, as long as you don't try to get everything, because there's more than there was before.
Oh yeah.
And it takes more effort because you have to figure out where all the stuff is.
I've taken to going back a lot to physical media. I've been ripping DVDs. Like I buy DVDs and I rip them. And I run a Plex server in my house. It's like, my wife said to me one day, why do you watch that so much and not other things? And it's like, well, the only place I can find Mannix is on my Plex server. So I can tailor it to me basically. I still have 1,000 freaking streaming services though. It's ridiculous. Every month, like I get a thing on my phone and it says, I got paid something else to some company. It's like, oh yeah, what streaming service is that again? So it's too much. It's too easy to subscribe. That's probably
it's easy to cancel. That's the nice part.
Oh, I know it's easy. Yeah, but I'm an idiot, so that's the problem. So,
I actually watched a video. I actually watched a video today about setting up a Plex server, and I'm seriously considering it.
It's easier than you expect.
Yeah. I've gotten really into 4K physical discs over the past couple of years.
Like Blu-ray stuff?
Yeah, getting UHDs and stuff. I just like randomly one day found out on a Reddit rabbit hole and ended on listening to a bunch of people lose their minds over how good the Jaws 4K was.
Really?
And I was like, I have a PS5. It's like $8 on Amazon. I guess I'll give it a shot. And I got it, and I was just like, oh my God, there's no compression. This looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
The best part about
Netflix can kick rocks.
Yeah. The best part about UHDs is they're code and region free, so you can get them from anywhere and they work.
Yep. Yeah, I have a couple from like European sellers. Just because, although it's something I've learned getting into it, is like not all transfers are created equal.
No, that's true.
Fair. Yeah.
I actually just spent a significant amount of money on a 4K version of the movie The Keep by Michael Mann. And it's gorgeous. It's the weirdest Michael Mann movie ever made, but it is a gorgeous film.
Yeah, so some of the stuff just looks insane, just like really good. Like one of my favorite movies is Alien, and the 4K of that is god tier. Like just you're seeing details in the dark spots you have just never seen before.
Yeah, my son collects 4Ks, and John that we mentioned before, and he I've seen that. He's got that one, and it's really something.
Yeah, and then you pick up
ripping
Aliens.
4Ks is impossible. Well, not impossible. It's very difficult. But
I've looked into it. I'm like, it's about $500. I'm not sure I really want to.
Which one?
And that's before storage.
Ripping 4Ks because you gotta do stuff. You got to get a drive, and you got to flash the firmware because they don't make drives that you can. There's a whole bunch of things you have to do, and then the movies are 150 gigabytes.
Yeah, so you got to have a little more storage for that. So,
Yes.
and do you really need Mannix in 4K?
No, exactly.
The highest res 4x3 ever.
You can totally see the cigarette he's smoking and him drinking while he's driving. Yeah, I mean, the machine I'm using right now, I'm talking on, is also my Plex server, and there's like 8 external hard drives connected to the back of one of these Mac Studio monitors, and that's my Plex server.
Yeah.
And it's great. And like I said, I've gone back a lot to it because there's a lot of stuff you just can't find. I'm into old 1970s detective shows. It's a big thing I've become very interested in. You're not going to find Barnaby Jones anywhere or Cannon.
Quincy's not going to be streaming anywhere.
That's right.
It's surprising. I would think that
It is
stuff
surprising.
would, because there's digital versions, or they wouldn't have DVDs and Blu-rays of them. I would think they would have gone to the trouble of putting them in catalogs. But I've talked to some folks like Andy Beach and others who work in the industry, and they're like, yeah, the long tail just doesn't add up to enough money for companies to spend. Like, it is work, even though it isn't a lot of work to like transcode and put metadata and move it over. And so, yeah, they just like, we'll just keep selling discs of that stuff for the few people who want it and make more money per person than if we stuck it on streaming somewhere and few people streamed. Maybe a few more people streamed it, but it's not the thing that brings them into the streaming, or the advertising revenue isn't big enough or whatever.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the economics just don't work out. I always thought, they'll eventually just put everything online, but I don't know if that's going to end up being true.
When I first got Netflix, like when it first came to Canada in 2011, the first thing I watched, after Mad Men, obviously, if you know me at all, was the Rockford Files. Right away, it was like, oh, Rockford, and I do a Rockford podcast now. But when I went back when I started doing that, it's like, it's not anywhere. And that's what got me into doing this. 2 years ago, my friend Steve, who I do the Rockford podcast with, said, we should probably do a podcast on Rockford. And now I have 300 TV shows because that's the kind of person I am.
My friend Nate Langston uses MB, which is like Plex.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And he loves it. He shared his MB with me so I could poke around. He's got all of the Aftermash episodes in there.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
The stuff you can find on archive.org, that's kind of gray market, let's call it. You can find things like Aftermash, or like I found Quark, the Richard Benjamin vehicle from 1977. You probably wouldn't remember. It was a bad science fiction comedy, and it wasn't good science fiction, and it wasn't good comedy, but it's
highly entertaining though.
It has moments, sure.
What was the you guys on the best episode ever discussed the Hitler sitcom?
Oh yeah, Heil honey, I'm home.
That's not a joke.
Not a joke. 1990.
That was actually made.
Yeah. Heil, honey, I'm home.
That's like that. What the Matt and Trey from South Park did that Bush TV show.
Oh, that's our Bush or something?
Yeah, that's our.
Yes,
that's
that's
our
right.
That's my Bush.
Yeah, that's my Bush.
my
Yeah,
Bush.
We got
Yeah.
what, one season? Maybe
one
half
season
a
out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I remember
Heil,
that.
honey, I'm home had it's
I
just
mean, those
offensive
aren't
on every
exactly
level.
comparable.
No.
but I know
One
what
of
you're
them was Hitler.
saying.
And he's living, and he's his wife, Eva Braun, and they're living next door to a Jewish couple. And it's funny. It's supposed to be funny. It's not funny. It's not.
Yeah,
even,
I'm guessing it's not funny. When it
No,
was
it's-
from the early 90s, you said?
Yeah, 1990.
I think.
1990, because we had a rule on best episode ever, nothing before after 1989, and Anthony, co-host, said, we got to go to 1990 just so I can talk about
Just for that.
Heil, honey, I'm home. So, yeah.
Some lost media should stay lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But then there's
So-
TV shows like Automan that should be more widely available, and they're
10
not.
Speed and Brown Shoe.
10 Speed. It's always going to go there.
I know. Yeah.
10 Speed and Brown Shoe. Automan, you can find all that on
I mean,
on
Bonanza. You can only find Bonanza on YouTube. There's like one season that's available on streaming, and so it's either YouTube or buying DVDs. Again.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly. And of course, the thing is, the buying DVDs, it doesn't cost. It's not a small amount of mone. Sometimes, like
No, because they sell them in whole, big
Yeah.
chunks. And
So-
Bonanza ran a lot of seasons.
So like, I'm trying to think of ones I've paid the most for. A Special Case, WKRP with all the proper music put back, 4 seasons, $100. I was okay because all the proper music was in it. But I don't want to spend like $75 on the $6 Million Man. $49.99.
I mean, when you
though.
put it that way, it seems like a bargain, to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. Yeah. When you think about the
point.
exchange rate, it works.
Massive.
That's right.
discount.
I mean, he was the $6 million man.
Yeah. But I mean, $49.99. I'll buy all the seasons of the $6 Million Man. Yeah. for
Well,
sure.
and the other thing with DVDs is like even when you rip them, you don't want to get rid of the discs because they're a nice
Oh, no,
backup, but then
yeah.
you have to keep them somewhere and you have to store them and all
These
of that.
shelves
why I have-
right
that's
behind
why I
me
have a
are
shed,
full of
Tom.
DVDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all in boxes in the loft of my shed.
Mantis was
Yep.
produced by Sam Raimi. Someone in
Was
the
it really?
chat, yeah, it was part of Sam Raimi's production. Yeah,
I am so unfamiliar with all of these. I'm Googling frantically.
Garrett got really quiet there for a
yeah,
second.
it's because Garrett is not of a certain age.
There you go.
Yes.
You mean old?
Gen X.
Is that the age you're talking about?
Yes, yeah. We were playing a game we went to some function my wife did, and we were playing a game called Monikers. And the clue was Huey Lewis in the News, and she was sitting at a table, and no one knew who Huey
No
Lewis
one knew
was.
Huey Lewis. Wow.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
Even you're going to call out my age. That's even
The
surprising.
clue is the Beatles, and no one knew who they were.
Everyone. You mean Paul McCartney was in a band before Wings?
What was the average age of the people you were around that didn't know you?
They were all
Seven.
brand new financial advisors. So you're looking at early 30s,
Early 30s,
Okay.
20s, yeah.
late 20s, early 30s, and none of them knew.
Back to the Future or American
Yeah,
Psycho would
right.
do a lot of heavy
Exactly.
lifting
Well, and that's the thing is she's like, haven't you guys seen Back to the Future? And every single one of them looked at her with a blank face.
Wow.
there. That's surprising for the 30s.
It's not just the
Their
age group
starts
then.
with a
That's
2, I
Oh,
wouldn't
that's
be
a specific
surprised.
type of person that missed
Yeah.
out on fun.
That's the
Yes.
selection bias of financial
That's-
advisors at work.
Because I'm late 30s now, quite late 30s. So I don't know. Is this that big of a divide getting to the?
Well,
early
I've
30s?
known you for a while now, Garrett.
No, I am aware. I'm just trying to like how dare you, young 30s? You open the schools.
I used to
Speaking-
make references in classes to things like the Flintstones and the Brady Bunch, and stopped doing that because
Yeah.
they
Oh,
were just
really?
for me. They were
Yeah.
just for me. So it's like students will say something. It's fun. The upside now is I can look at them and I can, if I get really serious, I'm not older than their father. I'm as old as their freaking grandfather sometimes.
I
Wow.
saw
So
the
when I
meme
look at
today.
people and go, "Hey, sit down, shut up, get your stuff done, and hand your work," it's great. Works really well.
I saw me today because I think
They respect their
True
elders.
or not? But,
Yeah,
but-
afraid of them.
but, I guess Fisher Price is putting out a functional toy record player.
Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome.
Then I saw a meme that was replied to it that said, cool dad raises child on media that will completely ostracize them from their own generation?
I don't know. The Gen Zs are way into vinyl.
They like the vinyl.
There was vinyl at the Burbank Airport gift shop.
I cannot buy DVDs at Target, but I can buy vinyl at Target.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Real quickly before we finish the hangout, new stuff in the Daily Tech News Show store.
Oh, nice.
And because no one respects Black Friday being only on Black Friday, we went ahead and started our sale. So 12% off everything if you use DTNS Rocks.
Ooh.
And from now until December 1st.
Is that ROCKS?
ROCKS in the USA.
Okay.
Yes. DTNS Rocks as in, hard things that you
Okay. Cool.
bump your knee on. That's 12. The 12% is 1% for every year DTNS has been going.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
I like
clever.
That's very good. Yeah.
I really
like
like
you
this hat.
Thought this through. That's a nice hat.
We have like a nice knit rainbow logo hat with the DTNS rainbow
I've got a
logo.
DTNS hat. That's very tempting to get a new one like that. That's nice.
Yeah, see? And then it's 12% off.
Yeah, there you go.
DTNS Rocks.
Yeah,
I really like the color band. It's
nice. It's awesome.
Yeah, we have the pint glass with that too. It works really well on this stuff too.
It looks great. Yeah.
It hits me right in the Epcot fan.
I didn't think about that. You're absolutely right.
It really has that retro futuristic vibe. I like
Yeah. No, that's funny. Also, since we all are connected to Scott Johnson in some way or another on this hangout, don't forget Nerdtacular happening in June. That's now only 7 months away in the Salt Lake City downtown Marriott.
Dave, I'm gonna be completely. I forgot he brought that back.
June 11th through
I'm
13th.
so out of the loop.
Wow, that's exciting.
It's only been 9 years.
Nerdtacular is back, folks.
The last one happened. I wasn't married yet.
Wow. And now you have 7 kids. No. So June 11th through
One trip
13th,
to Utah.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
I'll be surprised if there isn't a like a "Shut Up, Amos" sticker or something in the gift bags on these, because how often I've been asking them. So when's the next Nerdtacular? When's the next Nerdtacular?
Yeah. Here it is. Shut up now.
I can do audio visual. I can do audio. I can set up stages. I can do all
And then
kinds of stuff.
right in the middle of CES, so to make sure I'll miss it, they're going to announce all the hotel room rates and ticket prices and everything. So that's coming on January 5th.
Neat.
Yep.
Yeah. If you can make it out, come. It'll be fun. And it's downtown. If you're like, oh, the other Nerdtaculars were all up in that mountain and stuff, and I got altitude sickness, Scott's like, no, we're doing them downtown. Downtown Salt Lake City too is pretty cool. I mean, as Hammond can attest.
Yep. No, I'm actually looking forward to it because I'm trying to talk my wife into the fact that we just need to stay downtown instead of driving back and forth.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because I'm about 20 minutes away, so I'm like, we could just stay down there. So I can.
And it's
have fun
like
in the
just
evening.
close enough where you're like, well, I could just, but
Yeah.
But an event like that, it's gonna be 20 minutes away plus 20 minutes of looking for parking.
No, because I'll just take tracks.
it's so much nicer to just go upstairs.
I know. I have to talk to my. I have to convince my wife.
Dave, thank you for hanging out, man. This was really fun. Appreciate stopping by.
Thank you very much for asking me. This was a great time.
I am a big fan of Broken Area.
Thank you.
Your podcast you do with Isabel.
Yes.
Every week. That promote whatever you want, that or anything else.
I have a long list here. So I do a podcast with my wife Isabel called Broken Area. You can follow that at broken-area.com. And it's our trip to grocery shopping each week. I talk about the Rockford Files with my friend Steve at $200 a day plus expenses. We also, Steve and I, do a podcast on the 1970s World War II TV show Baa Black Sheep called Bowington's Bastards. You can find Best Episode Ever at bestepisodeever.com. That's another one. And the Marshall McLuhan Variety Hour. I don't even want to explain what that is.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun. We haven't went out in a long time. There is something we're doing right now at talkingisdead.com. Me, Steve, and Anthony Marco called Defunct, and it's sports' greatest disasters and bad decisions. So it's about rebel leagues, things like that. With my brother, We Have the Technology. It's a $6 Million Man podcast. With my friend Ken, I do Tangential Convergence. And right now we are on a watch through of the TV show Sharp. Finally, you can find my lectures at Algoma University. If you just search my name, they're on every possible podcasting platform. And finally, I guess I should mention my son's podcast, The Jonathan Files. You can you can follow me everywhere where Elon Musk doesn't own it, at D Broadbeck.
D Broadbeck. That's BRODBECK.
That's right. There is no A in the last name.
No A.
Yep.
Garrett, what about you? Where should people go to catch your stuff these days?
Mostly just on YouTube. My channel's called Grinding Gear. You can just search for that. Look for my silly face on everything, doing the YouTube face.
Fantastic. Go check it out, folks. Hammond, you have anything you want to mention?
Just beyond the playlist, is entering its 12th year. Art of Action with director Neil Marshall, known for Dog Soldiers and The Descent and Doomsday and Game of Thrones episodes. He has started a show that I'm producing called Art of Action. He's being co-hosted by JD Duffield. The episode 1 came out this week, and they've got some amazing interviews that they've done. So go dig that up. And then I do soundography, and we're starting season 11 with Brian Ibbett, and we're discussing Depeche Mode this coming week.
Very nice.
Excellent.
Amos, anything to add from your corner?
I don't have anything beyond the DTNS frame of reference in podcast world. So
daily music headlines, daily tech news show, go find them if you haven't already. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It's good talking to everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. We will not be doing one next week. No hangout next week because of the U.S. Thanksgiving holidays, but we'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye everybody. Oh, there will be regular DTNS on Monday, so I'll see you then.